Virat Kohli, and today I'm going to speak a bit about a few shots that I play regularly. Firstly, the cover drive, playing along the ground, on the up, inside out, plus the on drive and the flick as well. These are the shots that I really like to play, so I just want to speak a bit about that. Firstly, the cover drive, I think the most important thing is to have a good balance when you're driving the ball. The weight should be somewhere around the 3/4 area of your foot, which is called the balls of your feet, and somewhere around here, just the base of your toe, the big toe, just that bone, that's where you balance the foot normally. And you need to have a good strong base when you're cover driving the ball. Obviously you need to have foot movement, plus your head position is very important as well. You can't be behind. If I show you from the side, you can't play the cover drive like that, or you can't play it like that. Your head should always be where your toe is, and that's how your body is dictated when you're playing the drive, and that's where you connect the ball close to your body and close to your head, and that's where it stays in control. So there are a few ways of playing it. Playing along the ground really depends on the kind of length the ball is pitched at. So mostly when you play the drive along the ground, it will mostly be in the area very close to your foot, or maybe just where you stand in your stance, just where the foot is. So you need to adjust accordingly. If it's just in the half volley area, you need to take the foot towards the ball as you put your stride in. You have to figure if the ball is close enough for you to play it along the ground, or on the rise. So along the ground, again, contact point is very important. It has to be close to your pad, close to the body, depending on the length. If it's above your toe or ahead of your toe, then obviously you have to play along with your pad and make sure the follow through is such that the ball bounces right in front of you first. Or if the ball is a bit fuller, then I think the sensible thing to do, which I do most often is sort of go for the drive. When I place my foot, I rather just collapse my back foot rather than bending on the front foot, but my head still stays here, and I sort of connect the ball closer to my back leg, still keeping the head where I need to connect the ball. So that's very, very important, just to collapse the foot according to the length. Otherwise you're going to end up yorking yourself or hit it up in the air. Secondly, on the rise, it's very important to practice such things in your practice sessions. If the ball is a little away from you, you need to sort of read the length and try to hit. Again, driving is all about hitting the ball as close to your body as possible. So when you're driving on the up, you need to make sure that you're connecting the ball in a way that you can see the ball bounce in front of you, before heading out in the outfield. It should be, just around 2 feet in front of you, the ball should have bounced. That's when you know that you've actually connected the ball really well and you are in control of the drive you've played.
To swing, and in particular, the left armers got the ball to swing. It's a way to beat Australia?
That's the only way to beat any side, Mark, in general. I think for a fast bowler, if you're a fast bowler and if you have the swing, that's extra, that's plus. But if you are a swing bowler, you can get wickets on any sort of track against any sort of opposition. And that's what exactly Irfan and RP Singh did yesterday against Australia. It's supposed to be the quick wicket, and RP Singh is a swing bowler, as we know. He uses his wrist very well, and he just sticks to one swing. That's, of course, in swing to the right-hander. And his line and length has been precise on this trip, and plus he comes around the wicket, and when he comes around the wicket for right-hander batsmen, it's a very difficult angle to play. He had to play those shots.
All right, and what about Irfan Pathan? Because he was a boy wonder when he began, and he's gone quiet. Do you see the kind of talent in Irfan now that there was then?
Talent is very much there. Once you are talented, talent will stay with you, and I think it depends how much hard work you do. And Irfan was out of confidence. He tried to bowl quick, but my suggestion to Irfan was, if you're a swing bowler, try to concentrate on your swing. And in this particular match, he showed that if you swing the ball, and if you against the best side in the world, best batting in the world, you can get wickets, and that's what he did.
So don't try to bowl the ball too fast?
Don't try it. Just concentrate on your swing, because swing will get you a lot more wickets than the pace eventually, Mark.
All right. Now, to be a young, quick bowler, you need a bit of anger, you need a bit of attitude. I remember you as a tearaway in your early days before you'd mastered your art. This Ishant Sharma's got something about him, isn't he?
He's aggressive. He believes in himself, and he prepares the game perfectly. I mean, the 3-day game he plays against ACT, he was running in every ball. He could have just walked in every ball, trying bounces, bowling around the wicket. He's got a good high arm action. Yeah, and of course, this delivery in particular was incredible. Coming in and then going across the right-hander, it was a perfect delivery.
When we talk swing, what are we talking about here? I mean, the old adage is that you grip the ball in an orthodox manner and you keep your wrist behind the ball, but you were a master of using your wrist, I think, too, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's what I've noticed in Aussie bowlers in this particular series so far. They're not using their wrist. Mitchell Johnson have tried in the second innings to bowl in swing to the right-hander, but they're not coming because he's bowling round arm. Instead of bowling from high arm, he's bowling round arm. And wrist, I can explain what wrist means. Yeah. If I'm bowling and in swing to the right-hander, my shine would be here, this side. This is the shiny side. And my seam position will be first leg slip to the right-hander. And then I'll come and I'll twist my wrist with the ball, and then it'll come in swing. And for outswing, I'll go here, the shine comes here, and my arm instead of here, my wrist will go slightly open. The wrist will go open instead of like this. So it'll go open, and I'll use my wrist like this, rotate the wrist over the ball, and that will go away swing to the right hander.
And so for reverse swing, same wrist action.
The shine
shines on the other
shine
side.
on the other side. The reverse swing is ball goes with the shine. It's not a science. It's nothing else. The ball will go with the shine. If it's an old ball and rough from one side, it will go wherever the shine is because of the heavier side.
And you said about Irfan Pathan that you never lose your talent, which is a fair comment. Are you born with the swing talent, or can you learn it? Could you teach someone that?
Yeah, I can. I've learned when I started playing cricket, Mark, I used to just come and pitch the balls on seam. On seaming track, you might get wickets. Yeah. But on slow tracks, you need to swing the ball. And swing is in the air. That's where the risk comes in. And of course...
So, Ricky, what can you tell me about batting?
Well, Jack, we'll start with the absolute basics. And the first one of those is the grip. So what I want you to do is lay your bat flat on the ground with the handle facing towards you.
Yep.
Make 2 nice V's with your hands. Reach over and pick the bat up.
Yep.
Okay? Next thing is to spread your hands out nice and evenly on the handle.
Yep.
And then we get straight into facing up. The second part of that is the stance, which is very, very important.
Yep.
Okay? We want to have our feet about shoulder width apart.
Yep.
Okay? But most importantly, when we're facing the bowler, we want to have our head and our eyes facing straight towards where the ball's coming from.
Yep.
Okay? And have our eyes nice and level. So we look down, we look up, get our eyes nice and level, and wait for the bowler to come in and bowl.
Cool.
Last but not least, which is the most important part of batting, is watching the ball. All right, we all say watch the ball, but you have to watch the ball as closely as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So when we get into our stance, we look up at the bowler. What I do is focus on his hand from the moment he starts running in. So I've just got my eyes on the ball all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Then when he lets it go, we're deciding whether we want to play forward or if we want to play back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Ricky.
No worries, mate.
So, champ, all set to go? Let me see first you're protected or not properly. You got your helmet right, pads, thigh guard, gloves. You seem okay. You can go ahead now. You won't get injured.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to master the straight drive, just like you.
The straight drive. Once you've taken your stance, basically, I can tell you about my stance. My stance is if this is the crease, then I always like my right foot to be inside the crease. Only when I'm planning something against a particular bowler, then I would stand outside the crease. But normally I would stand inside the crease. And for a straight drive, or generally in batting, something which is really, really important is your head position. For a straight drive, I would move this ball aside and keep this ball. Okay, that's a straight drive ball. Okay, it's in the stumps, the ball, or maybe on the off stump.
Okay.
But the secret to playing straight drive is that your head has to be aligned straight. Once you go there, then the ball is on the left side of your body. So naturally, what the body does is, it's going to go this way. So it cannot be a straight drive. And if your head is not straight and it's this side of the ball, then it becomes difficult to play there. So naturally, you're going to slice the ball there.
Okay.
So what I ask you to do is come here and stand here and take your foot to the ball, but straight, in straight line.
Like this?
Yeah, this way. You can open your toe there.
Okay.
Okay?
So like this?
Yes. Yeah? With your head steady. Do you want to stand here? Then I'll show you.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Then you can repeat what I've done. Okay? There. Then I'm going towards the ball, watching the ball. That's where the ball is now. All I need to do is go straight.
Oh yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
Your left arm will always give direction, and the right hand will always, it won't be tight. Right hand has to be loose. It will just support your left hand.
Okay.
Okay, let's try it. Come. All right. To the pitch of the ball with your head straight towards the ball in line.
Okay.
Should form an imaginary line. And with your left arm
Okay.
goes straight there. That's the bowler.
Yeah.
You would always want to show Aviva to him. Can you read this? All right, let's go. Okay. That's it. Perfect.
An outswinger to a right-hander, I'd want to be about middle of the crease, so front foot about here. A lot of people talk about moving around on the crease, and quite often when it's swinging a lot, I come wider on the crease to get the ball to move later and a bigger angle in at the right-hander. Bowling with a new ball is better because the hardness of it helps you get more bounce, helps you get more pace, and obviously when it's in such nice condition like this, then it generally does swing a little bit more. Okay, the outswinger, with the shiny side on that side, and then it leaves the fingers. I'd want to release it sort of like that, so the revolutions come back like that, and then hopefully you get it to swing that way. The in-swinger is the same principle, but the other way around. The shiny side on this side, the seam pointed towards fine leg, fingers across there, release fingertips off the ball, and then the revolutions come back like that and they'll go in. As far as your wrist's concerned, you want to try and cock it as much as possible. What this does is it gives you extra pace when you snap, and also it helps the ball swing later, and obviously the later the ball swings the better it is.